Students, today I am going to start Unit 6 Indian Water Resources, particularly those who are studying social science in geography. It is most important for you, and important questions where arise. So from the examination point of view, I am giving a clues. So listen and see my video. Try to solve all the questions and answers, whereas I am giving you full detailed chapter. Most importantly, importance of water. There is a question: without water it is impossible to sustain life. Justify. Water is the most precious resources. Without water it is impossible to sustain life. For drinking, cooking, washing, agriculture, etc., water is main. Without water we can't live. India is endowed with water resources. It has also vast reservoirs of groundwater. There are two types of water divided: surface water and groundwater. Here, the surface water resources are rainfall, rivers, lakes, tanks, and springs. Then, most important aspect, India has extensive surface water resources. Then, here the major rivers of India are: first one, the rivers of North India, that is Himalayan rivers. Second, rivers of South India. The rivers of North India or Himalayan rivers are Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra rivers. Whereas the rivers of peninsula or south rivers are known as nothing but the Tapi and Mahanadi. The related questions are: name of the northern rivers, name the tributaries of river Ganga, name the tributaries of Kaveri river, classify the rivers of eastern and western rivers. So from this, there is in examination these type of questions are there. Coming to listen, the rivers of India. The rivers of north known as Himalayan rivers, the Hindus, the Gangas and Brahmaputra. The Hindu, it is also known as Sindhu. It rises near Mount Kailash, that is Tibet. It flows northwestwards, then flows towards the southwest and enters Pakistan, then joins Arabian Sea near Karachi. The total length of the Hindu or Sindhu river is 2,897 kilometers. Its tributaries like Jhelum, Chenab, Beas, Ravi and Sutlej. The Ganga's second river, largest river of India. Its length is 2525 kilometers, 2525. It rises in Gangotri Glacier. It rises in Gangotri Glacier. It flows towards the south and southeast and then enters Bangladesh, joins Brahmaputra. The Brahmaputra river near Lake Manasa Sarovar, Tibet, and flows towards the east. It enters India through narrow gorge in Arunachal Pradesh. Then it flows to west and turns to the south in Bangladesh and joins Ganga. Its length is 2589 kilometers. The rivers of South India, known as peninsular rivers, most of them rises in Western Ghats. Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Narmada, Tapi, etc. are their tributaries. The South Indian rivers, that is peninsular river, divided into eastern rivers and western rivers. The eastern rivers are Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri. Whereas tributaries of Krishna are Bhima, Tungabhadra, Koyna, Ghataprabha, Malaprabha. Then Kaveri tributaries are Hemavati, Shimsha, Kapila, Arkavati, Lakshmana Tirtha, Suvarnavati, Bhavani. Then coming to the western rivers are known as Narmada and Tapi. Thus, these are the most important aspects. The Narmada river rises in Amarakantaka hills and flows westwards through narrow gorge called Marble Gorge, joins Arabian Sea. Tapi rises near Multai, flows westwards and joins Arabian Sea. Many other flowing rivers are there. Sabarmati, Mandovi, Zurai, Bedti, Sharavati, Kali, Netravati and Periyar rivers also there. Then coming to the next topic, that is the irrigation. Artificial supply of water for the purpose of agriculture is known as irrigation. Once again, artificial supply of water for the purpose of agriculture known as irrigation. The supply of water to agriculture land from river, reservoirs, tanks or from underground resources. Needs of irrigation are agriculture purposes. Second one, doubtful monsoon rainfall. Third one, some crops requires a large amount of water. That examples are, for example, rice and sugar canes. Then coming to the irrigation, there are three types of irrigation are there. Well irrigation, canal irrigation, tank irrigation. Well irrigation, it is most important irrigation in India. Now at present in India, 60.7% we find irrigation. B, it is cheap and easy to dig well, not requires technology. Well irrigation practiced Ganga plains, Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar and West Bengal. In the South India, irrigation practice in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. Well irrigation are two types. First one, open wells and tube wells. Tube well is irrigation which has been widespread in India. Then coming to the irrigation, second, canal irrigation, we find 27% total irrigated area government is responsible to this canal. So, inundational canal and perennial canals are two types. So, there may be a question. Irrigation is a very essential in India. Substance in it. Second, what are the difference between inundational canal and perennial canal? Then third one, mention the types of irrigation in India. Inundational canals, water is drawn directly from the river without building dam. In perennial canals, dams are constructed across the river and water is stored in the reservoirs and used for agriculture through canals. The canal irrigation is in Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Orissa and some other aspects. So, here I am going to multi-river valley project. Those are most importantly Damodar Valley project, Bhakra Nangal project, Hirakud project, Tungabhadra project, Upper Krishna project, the Kosi project, Rihand Valley project, Nagarjuna Sagar project. Upon this, there are two questions. What are the main aims of purposes or multi-purpose projects in India? Second, what are multi-purpose valley projects in India? The multi-purpose river valley projects main aims are, first one, to provide water for irrigation, then to control the floods, then generate hydroelectricity, prevent soil erosion, development in a land, waterways and fishing, to provide recreational facilities, to provide water for domestic purpose and industries, to reclaim land for agriculture, afforestation, etc. Coming to the first one, Damodar Valley project, this first purpose river valley project of the country, or this is the first multi-purpose valley project in our country. Damodar Valley was called Sorrow of Bengal because it was causing devastating floods during the rainy season and damaged crops, human settlements. Then, Bhakra Nangal project, it is a joint venture of the states of Punjab, Haryana and Rajasthan. This project comprises of two dams, Bhakra and Nangal, across the river Satluj, Himachal Pradesh. Bhakra Dam is 226 meters. The reservoirs created by the dam is called Govind Sagar. Coming to the next, Hirakud project. It is project of Odisha. It comprises of three dams on river Mahanadi at Hirakud, Tikrapara and Neeraj. Hirakud is the longest dam in India. Main aim of project are flood control, hydroelectricity power. It provides a transport by the mainly waterways. Then fourth one is fishing and afforestation. Coming to the next point, Tungabhadra project, it is a joint venture of Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Aims of these projects are same. Provide irrigation, generation of hydroelectric power, inland and fisheries. The tributaries of this river is Krishna. The reservoirs created by this dam is known as a Pampa Sagara. Then fifth one, Upper Krishna project. It comprises of two dams, Alamatti and Narayanapura dam. Constructed near Alamatti in Basavana Bagewadi Taluku, Narayanapura dam is located near Siddhapura village in Muddebihala Taluku of Bijapura district. Benefit of this project is related to the Vijayapura, Kalburgi, Belagam and Adagiri. So, these are all the most important aspect that I am dealing with the subjects. Then Kosi project, it is joint venture of India and Nepal. Then seventh one, Rihand Valley project, it is the project of Uttar Pradesh built across river Rihand. The reservoir created by this dam, Govind Vallabha Pant Sagar. Last one, it is Nagarjuna Sagara project. It is in Telangana, built across the river Krishna, that is Nagarjuna Konda. So, these are all the multi-purpose river valley project. Thus, I am going to give you some important questions under this. These are arising in the examination. As much as possible, dear students, please solve this, prepare this. Once again, read and study in your